What's up, guys? Today we're going over this Zeraora VSTAR VMAX deck, and it is absolutely busted. It is so much fun to play. So, of course, we start off with the Miraidon EX, the tandem unit. You can usually, if you need to, find it easily. You got the feather balls. You'll probably start with it anyways. The Ultra Balls, you're going to get it down. So then you use the tandem unit. If you need to, you get a second Miraidon. So you should have a full bench on turn 1 almost every time. You, of course, get the Mareeps down so that you can Flaaffy next turn, accelerate as many lightning energies as you can, and you often are able to get turn 1 KOs with the Electric Generator. You go attached to the Raikou, Escape Rope, take out one of their benched Pokemon, and you start the game so quick. It is so much fun to pull off. The thing I like about the Zeraora VSTAR is, although 4 energies is a bit hefty of a cost, paired with the Hawlucha, you can play the Hawlucha, do 10 damage to 2 Comfies, and then use the VSTAR. You can take out a Cramorant, and then 2 Comfies for a 3 prize turn, really swinging the Lost Box matchup in your favor. The Raichu, for only 6 energies, is able to KO the Goodra VSTAR, which is another really good matchup. You have many matchups that I feel are favorable. Lugia can be a little bit awkward, but we do play the Sky Seal Stone, able to take extra prizes. You can usually bum rush them, escape rope, pull up their 1 Lugia VSTAR. You got the Beach Courts to be able to pull off turn 1 KOs pretty easily and consistently. It is so much fun. I am experiencing with the Penny to potentially take a hit with a Miraidon or something and still be able to pull it up. The Raihan, these 2 cards right here are still experimental. I'm not completely convinced on them. I will admit sometimes the Hawlucha play is tough to pull off just because you're lacking the bench space, so it's something you really have to consider managing your bench space, because you can fill it up really easily and you don't want your Raichu to get bossed up early, preventing you from taking those massive KOs. This list is so much fun. For the Mew matchup, you go often Escape Rope, Boss Arena. You're trying to go 2-2-2. You can use the Raichu to take a 1-hit KO, but that really doesn't help your prize trade. Technically, you could go hit into Mew, KO, and then use the Raichu one-shot another Mew VMAX. Still making a 3-turn game, but it's definitely more efficient to try and go for 3 Genesects. Although it's tough to find your bosses, because a good player is going to evolve both Mew Vs, so when you escape rope, they can just promote the other Mew VMAX, and you're not going to take an easy 2-prizer. Still, that's probably your worst matchup, but it's still probably almost 50-50, depending on how you play. You could even make the argument, I was not playing the Sky Seal Stone originally, so now that I'm thinking about it, you could even go Sky Seal Stone, Raichu, take 4 prizes, and then boss Genesect for a game. Or sorry, you'd rather boss Genesect, and then you go Raichu Sky Seal Stone for KO. Definitely works there, so that's definitely something we can consider. But it is so much fun. It pops off like crazy. The Zeraora VMAX is another card I'm not too convinced on. I think it's just kind of there just to be there. For 3 energies, 240, it's a good enough to KO the Vs, but you're still short the VSTAR's VMAXs, so it really doesn't add anything other than HPs into maybe the Tina matchup. So that way they're not going to be able to easily 280 KO your VSTAR. You can potentially tank a hit and add an extra turn to your opponent's game. So just to recap a little bit, Penny, Raihan, definitely expandable cards. They can win you games. Hawlucha's not too convincing, but it is good when it works. The problem with the VSTAR attack is that it does not hit for weakness. So when I was building the deck, I was originally thinking you could go 60 on the active Cramorant, KO it, 60 Comfy, boom, boom. And then you still got 60 somewhere else to pull off. But unfortunately, it does not hit for weakness. But you can still do the Hawlucha on the Greninja and somewhere else. That's the play where I guess I was originally thinking. You do 60 on the active Comfy. Sorry, 60 on the active Cramorant, 60, so 120 on the Greninja for a KO on the bench, and then 60 on a benched Comfy, with, of course, the Hawlucha cleaning up that math on the bench. 2 judges does help into Lost Box a little bit. But it is so much fun. The deck is going to be in the description below. Definitely tinker with it a little bit because it could be, I think, perfected into a legitimate tournament winning deck. It is absolutely busted. It is so much fun to play. Have some fun with it. Enjoy some games. Win some games. See you later.